that contact. Unable to catch out anyone as jedqr digs him down through the smoke. Aggression from Oskar, not quite able to cancel the plant either, puts ponczek in a position where he can aggress forward towards CT with the rest of his team. And with that boost of Goofy in towards Heaven, he's going to be in a really strong spot now. He doesn't even push it as well. He plays it with such discipline that Sinners are in an awful spot. Two players dinged down. They do get a man advantage with Shock finding that flank. Now NEOFRAG in Heaven. What good can he hope to do with players pushing into him? ZEDKO trying to make his way forward as well. Goofy springs his trap, shows his presence towards Heaven, puts it down to a 3-on-4 with jedqr trading out as well. ZEDKO to continue the assault. And as the defuse suddenly starts being tapped by beastik, he'll try to stick it. He's finished off with 3 kills, all in favor of Wisla Krakow, who revived all these Sinners members. That's a web of utility that's just been deployed. And ZEDKO, he'll hide towards Pillar. He gets a quick kill as Shock's able to find an initial one through the smoke. Runs out of ammo, allowing Goofy to reaffirm that trade. And in a 3-on-2, Sinners look to delve their way down into a retake with Wisla Krakow blind default and securing upper positions before Sinners can really commence this attack. Damage done to Hades. It's not much as Hades, he responds to Neo.
It won't be a full investment as no one else has actually been able to save here. And Viz will be able to get themselves onto an early 4 and probably 5 off the back of it too. As
I don't know if he expects this, and instead the drop comes down. There's the aggression, and I think they spot him out. Hades readjusts perfectly to shut out beastik, and instead Oskar able to trade, puts it down to 3-on-4, and this up. It's just a power weapon right now, and SZPERO, he's going to look to trade. Can't quite do so as Oskar starts getting aggressive, and as Oskar starts warming to his steam, he might single-handedly quench this attack. He knows where another man is. ponczek falls. Doesn't quite turn in time for jedqr. Oh, he does as well. He tries to hunt jedqr, and like a wild animal, jedqr definitely must be feeling the fear right now. As Oskar comes out, he makes it another. An ace comes out for us. That it was, and well, ponczek tries to hold. There's the initial kill, and trades not quite either way. jedqr, beautiful 2K.
This smoke and they wait it out, and it gives Oskar so much time to get into position. Oh, this is smart. There we go.
Another quick kill as jedqr taken down. He doubles up onto Hades. Now he's going to look to triple up. And right now, Oskar is feeling it. But Goofy, in response, now starts springing forward for SZPERO. He's trying his hand. Aggression. ZEDKO, can he challenge it? No, he can't. SZPERO comes out on top. ZEDKO, I think he was caught with a bit of utility out, then switching back to his rifle. Instead, it's all on Shock. Alone in a 1 versus 2. Catches out the first, puts it down to a 1-on-1. Goofy, fairly low on HP as to try and make his way forward. But even then, it's going to be a very awkward spot. Goofy by these sandbags so to catch him out can do just that. Wisla Krakow with a 5th. They recover from the Sinners, well, just popping off rather than them being able to beat the other team in what will be straight angels. SZPERO, he's able to get 2 quick kills as Shocks trades out, but once again, it's Sinners at a mad disadvantage, even down by beastik though. Trade there by ponczek. Again, a man advantage for Wisla Krakow, and Sinners, they seem to find themselves on the back foot almost all the time now.
Yeah, absolutely. They're really, really struggling. They're finding themselves in these positions where they do have a man disadvantage. This time, jedqr is incredibly low. That nade should finish him off, and it absolutely does. But Hades bounces right back, eliminates NEOFRAG in the meantime. Oskar left in a 1-on-2, and as the smoke fades, he doesn't. Oskar wants to deny it, holding the corner of the smoke, the timing, or he just comes off the angle at the wrong moment. And as he repeaks, well, Hades is looking the wrong way. Oskar can find the opening man.
Solutions and stuff that could take a while. Just do that in your console. Now, that'll fix it. That's fun facts with creme de la creme. But NEOFRAG, as he finds SZPERO, this looks a bit more Sinners oriented. Granted, Wisla Krakow, they make their way out towards Monster. This is their chance to trade, and Goofy does just that. This kill onto ZEDKO, or ZEDKO onto whoever comes towards the site, is going to be pivotal to their success. It's beastik through the smoke. He can't quite find the kill as he dances around the pillar. He's good for 1 before being traded out, with Oskar finalizing, leaving it into a 3-on-1. jedqr alone. He knows full well that NEOFRAG could be around this corner. Does he catch him out? No, he doesn't. Sinners with 2 pull themselves awkward, of course, though. We see NEOFRAG trying to catch out some of these early members, and with Oskar finding SZPERO, that's definitely a way to get things underway. And I tell you what, Josh, I think Sinners may have warmed to their theme as they now look with a man advantage, having found 3 in a row, to really start re-establishing themselves. Aggression comes out towards Fountain as well in the form of beastik towards Hades. Hades comes out on top, though, equalizing the man count, and
still a bit of a ruse. Wisla are actually heading back towards this B site. That's the end game here. The peak from the AWP, though, Hades is going to lose his life. And now a man disadvantage. No pincer, no distraction as Wisla look to burst into this B-bomb site.
That they do. Shock trying to hold, and unfortunately, he's not quite able to catch out any of these members. So instead, Goofy, the one who needs that charge. There's the first kill. Trade not quite there, and instead, Shock, he looks to cement his position, trying to cancel out this plant. Numbers punch got in. Oscar showing jedqr his position. As the bomb goes down, both members warn Wisla Krakow that the push is coming. jedqr makes a bit of noise, as will ponczek, shutting down NEOFRAG. Both members now known, and as the push comes out, ponczek doubles up. Shock trades. Shock cements the 2K with the assistance of Oscar, providing Sinners with a 5 and really showing a true and utter comeback.
ponczek and Hades have done quite a lot there, given the situation. So that's early opening, interesting movement. Gets on the angle, the nade should do a fair amount of damage, but as he falls away, or the peak, it's perfect.
Oh, perfect, as well as he doubles up, finding NEOFRAG as well. That's a +1 to take with him, and for NEOFRAG, he really is having a shaky game. Goofy tries to get a bit more aggressive than needs be, and as he's taken down, beastik's going to realize that there are players to worry about around him. More utils expended, and this may trigger a bit of a push as Hades spammed down, not quite caught out as jedqr finishes the job, puts it down to a 4-on-2. A winnable situation for ZEDKO, but not if he's timing like that. Catches out the first, caught out by the second. Shock, the third and final, will move himself around from a connector, trying to pivot his way forward in a 1-on-3. Swings wide, spots out the first, tags him down, can't quite finish the job, but you can't be that messy in a 1v.
Some room to work with. Now he can try and take the close draw with his AWP. The issue is he thinks he's in bank, and Hades times the swing perfectly. Here's the Oscar gets timinged there on the peak, of course, just as he unscopes, the cross comes through. Over towards the B side. Patience off. Oh, this could actually be perfect. Sinners, they've guessed completely wrong here. They've given up all of their advanced positions. Shock is able to find one to bring it back into a 4-on-4, but Oscar now needs to do a big job.
He definitely does, with the rest of his team falling. Puts him in lone in a 1 versus 4. Swings wide, good for 1. jedqr to finish, and Wisla Krakow 9-5 lead. Now force Sinners into a very uncomfortable be an afterpart situation. That being very difficult for him. As the flash keeps him at bay, the aggression comes through. Hades, though, his teammate will keep him alive. Good for 1 NEOFRAG to trade before Goofy commits his purpose to finding that first kill. Shock, in response, puts it down to a 3-on-3, with ZEDKO ready to catch out the remaining members. Owing full well, there's one towards Monster. He's waiting for the aggression to come from both Heaven and Shock. The Heaven player spotted out as ponczek doubles up, leaving it all on Shock alone in a 1 versus 3. Turns around 180, able to catch out jedqr. Low on HP, SZPERO finishes the job, and with that execution, Wisla Krakow, they lead 11-5.
Well, with the pistol round, as I said before, it puts them in an amazing mass. Not too much utility. jedqr down to that MP9. And as I say, they want to take the range, and the Shock, he wins the first duel.
Definitely got to try and equalize, and as they pull themselves ahead, we look over towards this side of Sinners, who lose a member of beastik, and as he's taken down, Wisla Krakow with the equalizer, put it down to a 4-on-4. ZEDKO shifting his way up long, tries to catch out these members, still quite not unable to do so for the time being, as Sinners spread out around the map, still looking for an entry, and there it is. NEOFRAG onto Hades forces Wisla Krakow to a moment to almost advise them to reevaluate their positioning, as SZPERO is also tagged down.
2-man advantage here for Sinners. This is really their best chance to put themselves back on the board. ponczek and Goofy, though, looking to try and deny it. ponczek on the A site, ready and waiting for the heads to poke over the top, but he dinks one of them. Can't finish him off, though. Goofy finds the headshot, but that...
One of the lowest rated players, Shock, is actually making up for that now, and whether or not he's able to consistently do this, it's going to be interesting. If Hades catches out beastik, he's dinked on down. Is he finished off? Yes, he is by NEOFRAG, but he catch him out. And as NEOFRAG deploys the odd bit of utility, there goes the flash. SZPERO, does he make a bit of noise? Yes, he does, and he's even able to find a kill on NEOFRAG. Goofy trades and, well, cements a man advantage. As now jedqr, in this aggressive position, should try to execute the remaining 2 members. Both lined up, both quickly killed, and with the summary execution of both of them.
Down to the Galil, everybody else with all the tools to work with. And they're going to lean towards this A site once again, but these flashes on Hades are perfect.
Like it's still a 5-on-5.
Oh, beastik fully aware that SZPERO's in this corner. Takes a dink, though, in the engage. They're just going to hand it to their opponents.
That they are, and now that is a brave thing to do. jedqr is able to quickly execute beastik as well, just to try and make things look a bit more even, but as it falls down to a 4-on-3 now, The retake comes underway. jedqr takes a bit of damage from that. I say a bit of damage, a lot of damage from that molly as it forces Sinners to just back away.
Oh.
Goofy evening out the man count, though. Suddenly it makes things look doable, but only doable, Josh. And only to an extent. The Sinners, they've been able to aggress towards water. They've been able to boost ZEDKO into heaven. And with Shock able to catch out jedqr, that should put these remaining members of Wisla Krakow to a very real possibility of just saving these weapons.
Well, that's the plan right now. AWP retrieved and rifle there too. They find another kill on the exit. It's making this very expensive from Sinners and ponczek. What a triple spray down. He can upgrade to an AK. Just about gets away from the C4 far enough to...
This is for them. And it will entirely come down to how they fare and what will be these next couple of rounds, or next couple of shots. NEOFRAG good for one, showing his entry potential. And beastik from behind lines up 2 quick kills. And tell you what, Josh, I think we're going to find the answer to that metaphorical question pretty damn quickly with Wisla Krakow having to back away and allow Sinners to make it 10.
Well, this is a much more convinced close this gap. They got off to a very rocky start here in the second half, but their attack definitely looking a little better.
I see this being a Sinners game. I see it being a Sinners game.
Especially with shots like that. Yeah.
It's a Sinners game. Oscar, you know, we know he's had a good game, but now he's been able to show that it's going to be a consistently good game. ZEDKO's got to SZPERO. ZEDKO doubles up. And, you know, I'm very happy I said yes, Sinners, just as Oscar hit that shot, because if I had said Wisla...
We might just see a couple of pistols and a good chance for Sinners to actually get on to a level pegging scoreline. Of course, imagine that. You say, oh yeah, Wisla game, bam, 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 3 headshots. Oh, maybe not, maybe not. I'm interested to see if Oscar was actually holding the angle for the jump spot, or if he's flicked to that. Because if he's flicked to that, that is unreal. NEOFRAG. Oh, I think Shock might have just spotted jedqr there, and there we go. Spams through the wood. Only narrowly missing. It's SZPERO to come out on top in the connector engagement. So man,
NEOFRAG is the one to lead that charge. They're going to look to try and descend on him at the same time. NEOFRAG leading this charge, spots him out, but can't finally kill SZPERO. A great position to be in as the follow-up aggression goes through. Instead, with 20 seconds left, Sinners have to make it up towards B. And with this utility, looks like it's going to be a Wisla round.
It actually does, with Oscar finding one back. There's no opportunity for a fight. But Wisla still in strong early round positions.
Hades scoped in, ready for the low aggression, takes down ZEDKO with a...
Well, the man disadvantage, and Wisla so close to putting themselves onto map point here. Sinners, they can't make any further mistakes, and well, that's a mistake. They've walked straight into the snipers, and NEOFRAG and Oscar now left in a 2-on-5. 1-for-1 trade doesn't do too much here for Sinners, and Oscar now left in a 1-on-4. The swing comes through from...
I can't say it because it's a surprise, but we need to get overtimes in order for this to happen. Sinners, they make their way forward. Goofy, there's the initial kill through the smoke. Trade, is it there? No, it's not. Well, there it is now from NEOFRAG, jedqr, and ZEDKO. Exchange blows, putting it down to a 3-on-3 with the position compromised. beastik's able to trade onto ponczek, putting it down to a 3-on-2. Plant goes down. Hades, he'll deploy that molly to try and keep them back, but unfortunately it doesn't quite hit.
Final leap to actually get there. This, of course, is overpass their opponent's pick, and one that they're a little bit shaky on. So the fact that
this will be a guaranteed man advantage for Wisla Krakow. It falls down to Sinners to equalize it, but where do they do so? There's ZEDKO falling, and with that, Sinners, they've got no choice but to head towards B. There's a trade. Shocker.
They take more passive angles. That gives Sinners a chance to get this bomb down.
These mollies force Goofy back as well. Hades, there's the initial kill onto Shock. Follow-up jump across from Goofy. Set the sight. He tries to push ahead as Hades doubles up as well. Hades, a star player for Wisla Krakow, showing just why. Goofy set the sight, continues to take damage as kills go either way, and Wisla Krakow.
Sinners, so much utility to work with on beastik, Shock, and ZEDKO. Only 2 members with the Kevlar and Goofy. There's one of them eliminated. And allows Goofy to re-aggress. Seems to be aware that there could be someone in this corner, but walks with his back turned into it, and that's a little bit audacious. They had a man advantage there. Anticipated here from Sinners as they move on to this A-bomb site. They're going to be able to get these digits tapped in. jedqr going to deploy the nade. It's a little bit late and doesn't do all too much damage. But SZPERO from behind, tapping away further. There's a nice headshot. Needs to follow up with another, and as it's traded, it comes into a 3-on-3 post-plant situation. Sinners, they've got this bomb down. It essentially acts as an extra man. Makes this one quite a bit harder for Wisla to pull off as they continue to push their way up. No utility left to deploy, just the firepower left to work with. And as the headshots are coming through, the trades, they're even, but beastik comes out on top in that one. Ponczek, one more man to find. There's no time on this bomb regardless. You might as well just charge him down and go for the kill here because it's round over. There was no kits invested here for Wisla, and as he finds the final headshot, he is going to die to this bomb, and everyone will fall here in the pistol round.
What's going to be insane is this first buy round. We've waited a while, but here it is, Josh. Of course, Sinners, they're going to barrel their way towards the safe side. It's going to be ZEDKO to get the initial pick. Traded out by Goofy before Oskar responds. And once again, Sinners, they get into this site unchallenged, forcing Wisla Krakow into a very, very awkward spot. A retake at that.
Time in a long time with some good UK players, and I played very well. Yeah, we won 16-14. I made a big clutch at the end on the B site. It was really cool. A better buy here, but the utility, it's perfect, and all a load of stuff's just fallen off the shelf. But it doesn't matter because Crow's going to take over the play-by-play.
In excitement, you just knocked something over.
No, just the shelf has collapsed. Give me a second. Jesus.
We look over to Oskar, who, in this close angle, he's playing the trigger discipline on SZPERO as well. He gets the initial kill, trades up to a double before jedqr's there to respond. Puts us down into a 2-on-2. Sinners who have got a bomb plant are going to back away, allowing jedqr to make his way forward. And as jedqr tries to close the distance and tries to catch up to ZEDKO, it's going to be a bit awkward as ZEDKO comes out on top. Hades, the last man left standing in a 1 versus 2, is going to ebb his way forward. Again, he's going to try and get to this site, going to try and catch this initial kill. NEOFRAG comes out on top, though. And what's really pleasing
back here, of course, they won the first map, so taking the second would mean that they take the series 2-0 and land their spot in the playoffs, and that's a way to kick off gunfights, yeah. But now we move on to Vertigo. Seems like Hades looks to try and turn that one around. That is a slam. Sinners, they're grouped up, ready to hit this A bomb site. The C4 there as well to accompany it. beastik, well, he's been spotted, but NEOFRAG's there to find the kills, and Goofy spamming away. He does find one through the smoke. Won't be able to deny this plant, though, unless he goes for a really ballsy swing, and he does do so, but a little bit too late. The bomb goes down. Goofy follows up with another, though, and all of a sudden, it's all on NEOFRAG. A 1-on-3 lands the first headshot. Smoke in place, making this one complicated, and as Goofy jumps over the top, he secures himself a fourth.
Off the back of a buy, so their economy, while it's not the greatest because 3 players did fall, it's enough to kind of tick them through, and with a saved double AWP setup.
Besides the fact that he didn't go for the peek until after the bomb was planted, but once that C4 goes down, the support members that are there to deny him, so this time he's been headshot right off the bat, and Sinners with the man advantage, and they've managed to output a hell of a lot of damage here too. SZPERO, tons of damage.
Might only be good for one here before the util forces him away, but he holds firm, and instead of backing off, he holds his position, only to be executed by beastik. Put it down to Hades to be the man to aggress, and the man to even out that man count. Dinking down ZEDKO, following it up on the beastik, and now as the NEOFRAG trades once again, that puts us down into a now 1-on-3 with ZEDKO catching out Goofy despite the low HP member.
Because Wisla, they are looking weak. Even when they've got the full investments, it really seems like the only round that they've won was off of a
Sinners, I think they're going to be acutely aware of that.
Well, nice opening pick there from NEOFRAG onto jedqr. Really need to start clawing some rounds back at this stage, otherwise it's going to be a very, very one-sided affair for the Czech Republic side. And as beastik finds another opening, ponczek looks to walk through this smoke. He might have an element of surprise, but he's left it too late. The B site now gone. And do they go for a retake, or do they just save again? It's definitely the smart move to save here, but they've got to surely be getting so frustrated with it.
And once again, it's every time Wisla Krakow find an inch, Sinners just take a mark. We see it's going to be ponczek good for one shot there to trade, and as Oskar shuts down Goofy, that provides Hades. That'll be a tough ask. Taking scoped in, flicks up. Oh, that was a nice shot. As Shock takes a bit of early damage, he's able to shut down beastik as well. And with that
go in, that's going to do a lot of damage there onto Goofy, tagged up to 46. It's a shame that those sandbags aren't particularly spammable, but as the molly goes down, it's absolutely perfect. Oskar can eliminate. jedqr coming in from behind towards Ali. For now, incognito, as they start to swing into him, they trade 1-for-1, and the man count kept even. 3 versus 3 as Sinners look to continue to aggress, but with 15 seconds on the clock, they need to speed this up.
Oskar scoped in, misses the initial shot. He can't quite shoot through the flames, and instead we see SZPERO to find that initial kill. ZEDKO falls NEOFRAG with a close angle, finishes the trade, turns back around. He knows full well Hades on the head glitch. It's all to worry about as he makes it 2 now. A beautiful, beautiful display from NEOFRAG, but that's a shot from Hades. A lovely shot to shut down Oskar. Now the 1v1 scoped in, shuts down NEOFRAG, and my God, Hades is feeling it right now, Josh.
That was actually unreal from Hades. The way that he just jumps in. This whole round, he's holding that angle, waiting for the peak towards us. The flick up onto NEOFRAG, who instantly went for the swing, thinking, do you know what? There's no chance that Hades has actually tapped the bomb. And is
SZPERO not quite able to catch out this initial member. But instead, as he makes his way forward, volleys will go down. Bit of spam goes out. A shocker jedqr exchange blows. Is Oskar to cement that man advantage. And once again, Josh, Wisla Krakow was shut down. I just can't help but think the Sinners, they probably won the map here. Unless we see 4 rounds from Wisla. You know, 4 rounds is my threshold, but anything less than it genuinely is just a formality.
2-half on the cards here, especially as they're hunting these remaining 2 rifles. If Wisla can't carry these across into the next, then they won't have too much equity in it. They do manage to find the kills though, and I'd like to see Sinners continue to hunt in this scenario, considering they've committed to it and lost members anyway, and they've got so much money to work with. They should press on for this, and they absolutely are. Oskar switches to the dead
spot to be in, which we see a very, very tough spot to be in, and which, you know, spam goes out. Goofy, he shuts down NEOFRAG. beastik instantly there to trace.
B-side being ponczek, he's got his work cut out for him as the Molotov clears his position. He has to go for the swing. The flash eliminates him, and that's him gonzo. SZPERO misses the flick across the site, and this C4, it will go down. He'll eat another flashbang and be dinked down to 7 points of health. And what a terrible, terrible hold there from Wisla. This is crumbled.
It genuinely has, and with that next kill, see mollies go down. Goofy caught out by ZEDKO, all on jedqr, alone in a 1 versus 3. And as he tries to make his way forward, he should be summarily executed by ZEDKO. He does just that.
beastik on the flank. It's being watched by Hades, but if he can find the headshot, this would be huge. Spots out the man, taps away, and he loses his life. Hades is going to be happy with that one. And off the back of it, Wisla now actually have options to fall away and head towards B here, and it seems like that's the game plan.
That they do, and as we move on ahead, it's going to be these 2 sides looking to just exchange a few blows. There's the aggression from Goofy, good for 1 shock there to trade, puts it down into a 4-on-3, in which Sinners actually find themselves behind. Instead, Oskar in mid, he spots out Hades, finishes the job, and he reclaims that B site, and the rotation's there in time. Wisla Krakow, they're running into members, and well, as Oskar doubles up as well, this puts Wisla Krakow into such a tough position.
It really does. Man advantage here for Sinners, especially considering they took the early casualties. That's a pretty incredible position to be in. SZPERO takes a tackle of damage there, but it looks like they actually want to take these fights before they try and get this C4 planted. They know that Sinners are so close, and there's not really any util to keep them away. A single smoke grenade that hasn't been deployed just yet, but jedqr finds a headshot regardless. ZEDKO looking to trade, spots out the barrel. I'm not sure if he's actually reacted to it, though. And that smoke grenade plays to his advantage a little bit. He can play around the edges of it. He's definitely spotted jedqr at this point, and as he taps the shot, still can't connect. 15 seconds left. If he can deny this plant, it would apply major pressure, and as he swings out, he deals all the damage, and they're caught, completely confused. SZPERO come back. I think it's just about trying to feel a little bit better about this one.
Yeah, it's going to be a really, really awkward spot to be in. As we see damage done either way. Oh my lord, that's a one-sided affair. NEOFRAG
they've been playing against, so they've got a real good shot right now as we come into this pistol, and Sinners, they're getting super aggressive.
Of course, to kick things off, it's NEOFRAG to find that initial kill, shutting down Hades, allowing him to really pull ahead. Goofy on the flip side tries to hold, he tries to camera from Ramp, it's messy, he comes out good for 1, ZEDKO to trade. beastik, this is really well-timed aggression and well-timed defense towards this position in lobby, but he hasn't spotted out anyone towards Ramp. Oh, that timing is just heartbreaking. And now ZEDKO comes out, he'll be executed by ponczek. Trade there by beastik though, put it down to a 3-on-2. And with a man advantage, Sinners with that bomb down definitely find themselves in favorable circumstances. But SZPERO, he's going to have to really lead this charge and lead this assault to these members. With Oskar good for 1. beastik, he's traded on, but I don't think SZPERO expects the player to be behind him in the form of shock, which should mean we see a Sinners-oriented round to get things underway, Josh.
Well, great start there from Sinners. I love the way that beastik plays that round. He's just that span.
Catch out some of these members. It's going to be a bit of an awkward spot to do so, as Hades aggresses early on. Goofy is aided by his beastik, and that's 2, I think 40 damage today as beastik ate that round. But in trade, ponczek good for 1. Goofy doubles up, and it looks like this should be a pretty Wisla-oriented round as Goofy rains death from above. Sinners piece go down. The molly should force jedqr back, and it does just that. jedqr, he's going to wait for Flash to aggress towards Squeaky, but NEOFRAG finds the initial kill. A great entry there. And on the flip side, NEOFRAG doubles up. He might even triple up with the assistance of shock, and with that, Wisla Krakow, they just find themselves dismantled, with Sinners pulling ahead and making it 4.
Oh, it is just going to be an early save. Cool hit. This does on Goofy because he's not moved a muscle. Oh, it does tons. Okay, he knows better than I do, and obviously. Well, with Wisla being unable to follow up off of their one round they've managed to take, it does put them in a bit of a predicament. And look at how quick that is from beastik. Despite the fact that he takes the early damage, he finds the kill. Oskar follows up. Now a two-man advantage here for Sinners. Goofy looking to try and pick up the beastik. Sprays away for two, but the third trades it. And Sinners, they keep the number.
Very, very passive as he eases his way round through Hut. jedqr on the flip side spams down one as he tries to ring out a second. This actually confirms to Sinners that actually they should just try and hit this B site. They do just that. Plant goes down. Oskar runs away. He's going to hold vents to make sure no one tries anything too ambitious, but as a molly prevents ponczek from being too aggressive, he'll just extinguish it and swing wide. Does he expect the player of ZEDKO? Yes, he does. Takes him down. Can't find the kill though, and instead doing response.
jedqr will be able to catch out ZEDKO here as he falls right away. I like the initiative there on ponczek's smoke and swing, but without jedqr there to support him, he can only get the dink. He falls, and
as he hides on top of Hut, NEOFRAG, the man's elite discharge. NEOFRAG, does he spot out jedqr? Not quite yet, and as jedqr finds the initial kill, trade from ZEDKO. jedqr doubles up. Oskar trades once more. jedqr on for 3 as he switches to the AK, allowing the remaining members of Wisla Krakow fanned out around the map. beastik demands a trade though, put it down to a 2-on-2, cementing a bomb plant and allowing Oskar to try and hold up. As Oscar's able to drop, and now all of a sudden this is going to be a very tough situation. Oskar good for 1 despite being on low HP. Hades, AWP in hand, moves ahead in a 1 versus 2 behind Oskar. Is he blessed by time or is he cursed by Oskar? Scoped in. Oskar misses the shot as Hades comes out on top. Suddenly a very awkward position as Hades doubles up. And with that we see Wisla Krakow. They make it 2 for the Sinners. That is a scary round.
You know, the fact that Oscar's even turned around there and how they actually don't have much money to work with. So we see them come into this round with quite a lackluster buy. Oscar's on that AWP, but everybody else on the SMGs, 1 rifle to work with, but it doesn't seem to matter. They're finding all the frags here on A, and they might be able to get this done with pace.
Again, that's around that really didn't look Sinners oriented, but Hades, he's treating it like it's deathmatch. And now Oskar, while he's able to survive, he's only on 15 HP, and what do you do against Hades, who has just woken up? SZPERO finishes Oskar, and tell you what, Josh, are fairly passive with this. And right now, Sinners, they've got secret control, Brehze control, and well, now under heaven control. As SZPERO, he's caught out. Hades, he'll try his hand at aggression, but little does he know, beastik's already gone up secret. And as beastik makes his way back down, look, I don't think he'll expect that player to be there, and so this somehow works out. There you go, Hades scoped in. Nice shot of the beastik there, and as ponczek tries his own hand at aggression, he does the odd bit of damage to Shock. It's not a kill, and instead as NEOFRAG teases some aggression, it looks like Sinners will turn their attention back around towards the safe site. 4-on-4, and as they look to just explode out, jedqr is the man to draw your eyes to. As Shock leaves that shot, jedqr good for 1, 2, he's able to get away with ponczek good for another, all on Oskar, alone in a 1 versus 4, and he may just have to consider saving here. Caught out by ponczek, and Wisla Krakow now with 5.
Yeah. Turns it, but in the meantime, Sinners working their way towards rank.
Well, they do. Goofy good for 1, beastik to trade. Hades to continue his say in the matter. Oskar eventually stops him, and this NEOFRAG hits ponczek once again. As they hold up, plant goes down, and with that, Sinners, they actually look like they could be fighting for a 7th here.
Absolutely. It's only if it goes unchecked. Ready to jiggle onto the man in squeaky. Swings around, finds the headshot. That's so well played. And now for Sinners, around where they were just looking to do damage. And instead, they come out on top and they manage to carry across an AWP and an M4.
What do you...
And you look at this Wisla buy, whilst they've got a full investment, look at how little the util is that they have to work with. And on a map like Nuke, it's so important. Hades does manage to hit the quick response with jedqr finding 1 more. It seems like they might be able to get this one done just with the bullets. But look at this. Free kill here for NEOFRAG, and he's playing the trigger discipline too. It'll go for the headshot just as he's about to face into A. And there we go. Not much time given for Wisla to respond, but he's not going to go for the wide peak, and he will fall when he does so.
There's a trade either way, and it falls down to 1 no. Oskar kill, and tell you what, Josh, that's a hard ask. As he slowly teases his way forward, spots out jedqr, can't find the kill. For Wisla Krakow, that'll be 6. And the fact that I think half the chat said no. So, I just... Alright, we see SZPERO, he aggresses towards outside, able to catch out ZEDKO. And the molly should force his teammate forward. I think smoke didn't quite land either, so Oskar, as he catches out ponczek, Hades trades again. SZPERO as well onto Oskar, puts it down to only just Shock, and the molly should finish the job, and if that doesn't, jedqr's bullets damn well will do.
7 rounds here for their T side. They'll be able to shrug this one off, go onto their defense, and feel a lot more comfortable. But you know what? Considering it was 6-1, I think there was certainly hope. But no, the timing. He's going to have to follow him around this corner. And in the meantime, Goofy falls towards ramp. And there we go. ZEDKO's going to turn around, get eliminated here. And this is perfect. Man advantage now for Sinners and some weapons to work with.
Again, looking over towards this Sinners side, looking at the buy at the start round, you would have not expected them to come ahead here, but they seem to have done just that. With a 2-man advantage, they get a bomb down, and for Wisla Krakow, they're going to be really slow on this retake. 3 men actually committed towards Secret as they make their way forward. ZEDKO ready for the initial peek. Doesn't quite spot out the leg of his aggressor. Eventually he does. SZPERO falls, turns back in. jedqr tries to trade, can't quite do so. Instead, it's NEOFRAG to do just that. He'll take out jedqr. Project's the one to trade. Left alone in the 1v4. Time is a cruel mistress, and as he swings into the pre-fire, he'll be caught out, and that's incredible trick.
Scenario, but the smokes to go outside, the flashes to accompany, and the Molotov rains in as SZPERO finds the opening headshot.
As they push their way ahead, SZPERO, there's the initial killer. Shock's taken down, and the remainder actually leaves just very low HP on beastik, but he can take jedqr with him. It falls down to the remaining members of Goofy to make his way ahead, puts it down to a 4-on-4, and Wisla Krakow, as they descend to this B site. ZEDKO seems to have a pretty good read on this. NEOFRAG shutting down Hades, allows them to try and push ahead further. Spotting out Goofy, can't quite finish the job though, as it falls down to a 3-on-3. Goofy looks to make his way around the corner. NEOFRAG and beastik, they both swing in unison, but Goofy shuts them both down, all on Oskar. And Goofy, he is feeling it. Wisla Krakow, I think so. Oskar scopes in. Oscar's going to be the sole man to try and hold him. As SZPERO comes out on top. Is there a chance for Sinners to retrieve it? Yes, there is. ZEDKO to jedqr means there won't be too much of a flank with Shock diving down to ramp. It's Goofy to just annihilate him as he tries to catch out an early plants instead, and he gives away the man advantage. Wisla Krakow with what should be an 11th off the back of this, and a save by Sinners was to pull ahead.
I'm not sure if it's going to be a safe call here, you know, especially if beastik can find this kill, and in doing so, a 3 versus 3, his teammates have started to accumulate, but yeah, that's a real unfortunate one. A really bizarre angle that Oskar took at the start, and this time there's no funky placed AWP to contend.
However, it's a full execution towards A. NEOFRAG good for 1, jedqr to trade, and with his assault coming through, Oscar's nade complements a kill as his ult brings through for another. It falls down to Hades, who is one of the lone men left for Wisla Krakow to try and find an equalizer and/or just a full attack at that. SZPERO on just 1 HP, caught towards outside. He's going to have to really rely on Hades to open up this entire site, and while he's good for 1, Shock sends him to an early grave, allowing SZPERO to just save. With 13 seconds left, he has no hope in this round, and with limited utility and with limited money, he doesn't bear much equity at all. However, the next round, that is really where he'll excel. As Sinners, they finally make it 9.
I think Oskar might have shot him through the wall for the peak. The flashes, though, get him right off. Instead, he's going to divert his attention towards a single door. That allows the C4 to go down, though. And it's all a bit of a bait. jedqr's actually opened that door just to put him off the angle, and Goofy's able to respond. Man advantage here for Wisla as they take the site, and these AWPs aren't really the right tools for the job to get back in.
Yeah, absolutely right. These AWPs, they're like surgeon's scalpels, which can like shave off a member at any given point. Right now, Sinners need a hammer, and NEOFRAG and Shock, that is, oh my god, that definitely is a hammer, as ZEDKO and NEOFRAG find 3 quick kills. Ponczek on response, good for 1, 2, 3, lines up all the members. As
fast as it was, but they've just fed him that one. That's so beautiful from Ponczek.
So that's moving off quite a bit. As Goofy makes his way up from Squeaky, he's unable to catch out anyone. NEOFRAG, he'll fall and puts it down to a 4-on-4. But if ponczek on quite a low amount of HP, it's definitely doable for Sinners, but their economy, you know, it's really been felt, and they're not feeling the love at all. The plant goes down, the aggression comes out from Shock though. Nice shot to Goofy, but you know, after plant situation,
heavily reliant on these on this M4 and the FAMAS to actually do the damage, as this bomb is moving so fast. They're going to put a smoke on it, they're going to jump right in for the defuse. They need to speed this one up, and as they're finding the kills, beastik gets another, and the spams, it's just not able to deny. jedqr desperate to try and stop the defusing man.
And as we wait to see who can hold, it's going to be a very, very big lull with jedqr able to shut out NEOFRAG. Follow-up spam goes through as beastik's able to find 1, 2, can't quite finish the job as he runs out of ammo. But Oskar, he knows full well that the player's dropping down. That player in vent lurking like a shark who smelled blood in the water. It's going to be ZEDKO. He's almost inviting them to drop down, and with Oskar killing Hades, that might be jedqr's only hope instead of aggressives, but Oskar comes out. It's all on
into the angle and won the fight. So really, really crazy there. Little plays like that, giving Oskar those advantages, and there we go.
They are able to pull themselves ahead. I say awkward position because they don't really have too much money. They lose this, and well, there's Hades finding initial kill into Oskar.
As they've massively fortified this A side of things, and as soon as they see the members actually creep down towards Secret and ZEDKO takes his contact, we are going to see the rotations come in. Dink found, flash to go out, and here we go. Here come the rotations from the A side of things.
ZEDKO ready for the players to push into him. It's ponczek to find the opening, and as it falls down to this awkward position, Hades, a great shot to Shock, puts it down into a 2-on-4, and as they delve on down towards this B site, it's jedqr to catch out beastik. NEOFRAG left all alone in a 1 versus 4. What good can he hope to do here, Josh, I do apologize, as I was trying to say jedqr and
9 out of 15 full buy versus full buy rounds, so interesting statistic, fairly standard, I suppose. But they're looking to try and take the...
Then, if he can't play for a hero play, they'll just back away. They'll save the AWP, and they'll use the remaining 3 guns on a retake. Aggression towards ramp is denied by jedqr onto beastik, and in a 3-on-5, that might just be the safe call.
Well, it might just be. Look at this. It's absolute crush here towards the A site. And Oskar and NEOFRAG, there's not much they can do here. Oskar desperate to try and hold on to this AWP if he can bring this into that are trying to hunt for him away. And if Oskar does fall, then NEOFRAG will try and snatch that AWP right at the end to carry it across into the next. Oskar, though, taking the gunfights, winning all of them. And this is actually quite costly for Wisla, who don't have too much money behind them.
Granted, that bomb plant will help them, though, and as they hold firm, this does keep them back elsewhere. As will Oskar be able to save it, actually? He's being sawed from all angles. Does he hold it? Oh, he does! He even takes Saw with him there. I believe that will be traded, but he's got to be quick, and, well, that is quick. Doesn't find the kill, though, but Shock definitely does. Good for 1, doubles up, finds 2. Oskar eventually rings through onto Goofy as well for Hades. He's alone, and as he shuts down Shock, there's an opening. SZPERO able to make his way down towards Secret as well. Puts it down to a 3-on-2 when Oskar towards control definitely has reason to fear and reason to fight. As Hades, with his teammate going all the way around towards Heaven, with 20 seconds left, Hades needs to go huge, and little does he know, he's got players all around him to worry about. SZPERO, he's spotted out, but he still kills ZEDKO. Suddenly, Wisla Krakow are recovering this round admirably. Plant goes out. It's Oskar. Oh, he's spotted. He can't quite trade it. NEOFRAG, he opens that door. It's Oskar to find Hades, and by the blessings of time, SZPERO, he's unable to win the round. Sinners, they make it 14, and SZPERO is unable to save either.
So Shock hasn't got that one to work with, and the aggression towards outside, it's so quick and relenting. The SMG comes out on top in the first duel, though, but ponczek doubles up.
As does ZEDKO, is able to trade before jedqr gets the next say of the matter, puts it down to a 2-on-3, and SZPERO, he's more than ready for Shock as he makes his way forward. There's the kill. Oskar the lone man. So hard, it's just trying to get away, and it's like a wild goose chase as he makes his way back around. jedqr spots him out and eventually finishes the job as Wisla Krakow.
So little for them to work with. I'd love to see this go to OT and for them to fight and take this the distance. Look at that headshot from ZEDKO. He's desperate to
severe, but instead the spread doesn't hit him. Instead, as the flash goes out, aggression comes out from beastik. He makes a bit of noise, and as he catches out Hades, Goofy's able to trade onto NEOFRAG, though, and beastik needs to be pretty damn careful about players around him. There's beastik. He's able to find Goofy, and all of a sudden, Sinners look like they're going to be in a pretty good position with beastik finding another. Now it's down to jedqr in a 1 versus 3. Shock finishes the job. Time and time again, the entry has been the true kind of decider for these teams, and well, NEOFRAG and ZEDKO, they show the true meanings of entry. 2 quick kills, trade by jedqr, but it's just a trade. He doubles up, he looks to triple up there as ZEDKO falls, and now we have these last couple of members of Shock and Oskar. They make their way forward. The good for 1. Hades is all brings true for another. Shock now alone with an AUG to finish the job on these members, and as he's unable to get his way through the smoke, Hades on a close angle is going to be playing the shotgun AWP against this AUG. He misses a good shot. It's over. He doesn't even get a chance to fire one. Shock switches out to the AK, and as that bomb ticks on down, a fuse has been slapped on this round, and for Goofy, he's just got to try and outmaneuver this Shock. And Sinners just take this moment to delve into this site. Shock steps his way forward, comes out on top. As Sinners, they open overtime up with the first round.
Well, Goofy there just seems completely confused. He has no idea where shots coming in from. Close out that round, but Sinners, they take the lead here and taking the lead on their CT side, which has been there. So, isn't that sad?
Is it?
Yeah.
That is absolutely sad. It's not as done though.
Yeah.
Wait. Well, ZEDKO, he's good for one, as is Shock. Goofy to trade, Hades to respond, and it's 2-on-2. Josh, I don't know how I feel about this Wisla attack. It was a bit messy, but it worked out. And now the retake, Sinners, they proved that they could do it 1-on-2. Let's see if they can do it 2-on-2. Oscar, he'll be the one to try and duel Hades, and Hades, he's just been incredible with his AWP. So Oscar, definitely a tall order. As Goofy spotted towards back sight. Can he hold as these players look to try and force him out of position? There's Oscar with the first. Now Hades alone in a 1 versus 2, shifts his way forward. Spots out the first. He's not quite quick enough though. Oscar comes out on top as Sinners. They now make it 17-15.
Oscar's starting to feel it again, using the AWP like a shotgun down. But for now, Vizsla have actually got a freebie bomb site for the taking.
And now Oscar, that's an opening as jedqr's taken down, and instead, this team looks to hold, and as they push themselves over, and well, as Wisla Krakow gets towards this B site, Shock in response, he rings out a few shots. The utility keeps him back though, and Sinners, if they can win this round, then this really should be a pulls itself ahead. A bit of a lull, and take a moment to just hold your breath before the plunge. As Goofy, he hits that Kickstarter with Oscar falling. SZPERO doubles up, Hades triples up before Shock starts ringing true, but only for one. Wisla Krakow with a
magic number 18 to take it to double OT. So Sinners 1 away from it. Vizsla a mere 2. And nice opening pick there from SZPERO.
There's a quick kill trade there. Ponczek to keep it even, or keep it open, as Hades, he then responds onto ZEDKO. Well, Oscar, he trades, but it still goes down to a 3-on-2. And now they continue to make their way ahead. And with all 3 members of Wisla Krakow looking to assault from heaven, that's a great nade as Goofy takes so much damage. And Oscar scoped in. He knows full well players are about to push into him. Nades continue to go down. NEOFRAG good for another, and only 5 HP on Ponczek. This has been beautiful usage of their utility. Oscar good for 1. SZPERO there to trade. SZPERO on low HP has to drop on down, pulling on ahead. As Oscar scopes in, finds the kill. Sinners hit match point.
The series in their hands, opportunity to get their spot in the playoffs. And Hades, he'll take the peek towards ramp. Does find the opening pick. Look for the trade, but Oscar, he falls as well.
He triples up as well. He's going to try and make it 4. ZEDKO eventually puts an end to that, but I tell you what, Josh, that is a way to get things underway. And Goofy, he's able to finish off on 2
points of health. A single HE could finish him off, and the flash is going towards ramp. Goofy spraying away. He can't connect for now. Does land the headshot, and no damage even dealt to him. Ramp just seems to be an absolute bloodbath, and with Hades tripling up again, it is going to be double OT unless beastik can pull off a 1-on-5. And to be honest, I love this guy, but I don't think I fancy his chances here. And well, he's going to fall when he stops doing it. Yeah, when he kind of runs out of steam, can't hit those crazy shots. That's where it starts to get a little bit touch and go. SZPERO with the gap through the smoke once again early. He's actually really struggled to find these opening duels against Hades in the last couple of rounds, despite the fact that he's sitting on 33 frags. Beautiful one tap there from beastik, and it will be traded, but bounces back the other way. 3-on-3, and the B bomb site open for business.
It's 2-on-throw. Hades, he's caught out by ZEDKO as well. He gets a bit too ambitious, and that over-ambition is punished to an admirable degree. Discretion comes down, it cancels out the plant, as well as Ponczek just dives through that smoke, puts us down to a 2-on-1 in Shock. Holding one side of these stairs. He's keeping his teammates back covered, and as the aggression comes through, Shock finishes the job. Sinners, they hit 19.
With 1 to contend. Of course, he got a little bit audacious last round. Got over-aggressive, tried to take those fights in the B site. It cost him his life.
Moment to just see who's able to rise up on top and who's able to come out on top. As instead, there's just a massive lull, and there's Shock to find jedqr. The lull's broken with a quick kill, and for Sinners, how many rounds do you think they need here, Josh, in order for their T side to be kind of 1?
Well, technically 2. I mean, bearing in mind they found 2 on their defense last time around. 2 here would be huge. Goofy, though, again, you have approach. And actually, Sinners, they've gone right back down to this B site where Ponczek is still posted. There's no way they're going to expect him here. And as they run out into the open, beastik, unsuspecting, Shock taps the bomb. But both players, this is their opportunity to take the lead here in the first half of OT.
As Hades is good for one trade by Shock and NEOFRAG, and that's ponczek to get the next set about before NEOFRAG trades out as well. Down to a 3-on-2. We see that plant going out as Goofy starts to close the distance, swings out into NEOFRAG, and that's trigger discipline as he catches out the first, turns around, catches out the second, now into a 1 versus 1. Oskar scoped in, pushing forward. Can he win the 1 versus 1? He can. For a
pick. No one for now going to give it to him, but NEOFRAG, as he picks the angle, Hades, how does he miss that?
That's awkward. He's able to recover, though, and with a man advantage, he's untraded. Sinners, again, spread out around this map. Oskar, he tries his hand, aggression up from Secret. No, full well that there could be a presence towards this silo position. Hades, he's got aggression coming towards him, and as beastik is shut down as well. ZEDKO, he does trade, and Oskar actually goes through this molly to try and get the next set about. SZPERO comes out on top. ponczek does the same one to ZEDKO, leaving it all on to Shock. And unfortunately, while he's good for 2, he'll drop on down, and he'll turn his attention towards these players on B. And actually, what looks like a fairly winnable situation in how convincing he made those first 2 kills. He knows full well there'll be a player towards back sight. And as well, it's fired and miss. And as he scopes in, he gets ready for this attack onto Goofy. Just trying to be as quiet and methodical with this as possible. The flash goes out. He catches out Goofy now into the 1-on-1. That does do a fair bit of damage to him. And SZPERO comes.
The rounds to separate these 2 so closely contested sides.
They pull themselves ahead. It's going to be a bit of an awkward retake, to say the least. And I tell you what, Josh, I think we're going to see Wisla Krakow hit match point here. As there's Hades able to catch out beastik. It puts them into a bit of an awkward spot. On the flip side, it is equaling the man count. So still a 4-on-4. SZPERO low on HP means that Oskar, as he teases his way through these vents, knows full well there could be a player to catch out. And it's actually Hades who's going to be dueling him. Hades comes out on top. On the flip side, there's ponczek find another. Again, SZPERO doubles up. All on NEOFRAG alone in a 1 versus 4. Shot came pretty close last round. How close can NEOFRAG come now? With the bomb too far ticked, the answer is not close at all. Wisla Krakow, they make it 21-20 as they look to pull ahead and potentially steal this game in a reverse sweep.
Reaggressed outside, where he was able to do further damage. This time, Oscar's here to contend, and on the angle, should be able to win the duel, and does.
To triple OT. Well, SZPERO scoped in. If he can find NEOFRAG, that definitely might be the answer. No, and there's the kill, and that's quick. Oh, the still needs to come through. Any second now we see Vincere attack, and as the smoke goes down, here comes that assault. ZEDKO, he falls, beastik trades, beastik, he just needs to try and stay alive as that plant is almost easy. Lines up ponczek, the nade finishes the job, all on Shock now alone in a 1 versus 2. The bomb's not planted though, which makes this very damn winnable. jedqr, he might consider swinging wide, and that is bold to say the least as Shock continues his presence, tries to catch out the player, can't quite do so.